Good morning, y'all. I hope every single one of y'all fared well with this crazy storm system that came through that I think may have affected. I know it went all the way to Canada and all the way down close to Mexico. It was crazy. Depending on where you lived, you either got rain, and heavy winds, and possible severe thunderstorms and tornadoes on up to blizzards, and it was crazy yesterday. And I hope each and every one of y'all are all okay. Everything's fine. We're about to go check everything around here on the farm. I think we're all okay here. Brooke's headed to the barn right now to check on things there, and if she needs me, she'll send me a text, and I'm going to look around here and all around the house and these pastures and the greenhouse and all that kind of good stuff and see if everything's okay on this side of the farm. Still under a wind advisory today. Now the winds got up pretty hard last night. We've had gusts this morning up to 23 miles an hour, but consistently around 15 to 18 miles an hour with the winds right now. So we're about to see how great these mics work today. I can tell you that. Pond update, as you guys know in the last video. I might have to put my jacket on. I keep thinking though that blue skies are going to try to poke out. Anyways, last video, the state came and inspected the pond, sent everything they saw and sent all that to the state engineer. And we should be getting an email or a phone call today about this. So we'll let you guys know. I knew we were going to get some rain last night, and we got a little over an inch in about 30 minutes. It came down. And so, of course, the pond's holding water. Like I said, we're probably going to have to drain this. But we'll see what kind of answers we get back today. Fingers crossed we do get something, and it's something that we can go with. I believe I'm going to have to put my jacket on. I thought I could get away without wearing my jacket, but I believe I'm going to go put my jacket on. Man, that wind. Also, while we're over here, before I go throw that jacket on real quick, look at the front yard. But look, nothing. There's no standing water. There's no anything. Look how great this is versus what was happening here. No wash, no puddles, no mess, no just this ground cover of grass here. And so far, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Worked out great.
Well, y'all, I'm here at the barn after the big storm that we had, and everything seems to be okay. All the animals are good. All the goats were in their stall last night, and everybody's out walking around. You can see the boulders did not topple over. That's a good thing. Mr. Topper's picnic table's still here. Babies are going to jump on it and show y'all that that's still usable. So yeah, it just, everything looks pretty good. There's Miss Mildred. Told y'all I thought she was behind the Moo Mansion, but there she is. All the while Moody's laying down, chewing his cud, and you can see Miss Tater way back in the back of the property. Yeah, there she is. She did not have the calf last night, thankfully, during the storm. Miss Peaches has made her rounds, and she is back inside the barn. Now, what I'm surprised about is that this cover that we have on the emu's kennel when they go outside, it hung on. It's got some holes in it, but that Velcro held tight. So the shade cloth is still doing its job. It's intended for a kennel, just not this particular kennel. Well, boy, oh boy, if that isn't the friendliest thing I've ever seen. I come in to see you tucked away in your bed after you checked on the storm damage, and your BFF here is putting you piles of hay down for you to enjoy while she's enjoying hers. Peaches, that is awesome friendship right there. I mean, I want to think that all my buddies would do exactly the same for me. Pocket, you're one sweet girl. This is great.
So I just asked Brooke, texted her. She said everything's okay over there in the barn. So no issues there. I remember looking outside and my daggum bird feeders were all horizontal out there, which is not good. I'm sure I lost all the seed out of it, but hey, if that's all we got, then all the damage we got is a little bird seed loss. I will take that every time. So I pulled all my plants out of the greenhouse because it was starting to get pretty warm in there. And it looks like everything's okay. I was a little worried about the wind coming through, even though it's kind of blocked off from the wind. The sides aren't 100% blocked, and that wind was strong yesterday. I think we got gusts probably around 36, 37 miles an hour, and I was scared it had got through and blown all this stuff out, but it looks good. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. We'll take this. And Brooke picked up some wave petunias for our green stalks coming up right here. All this looks, I can't believe none of this is blown over, but the wind was coming from the south, mostly from the west and from the south. So this all got pretty much blocked. The house is right there, so got lucky there. I must say, we still got a good bit of bird seed left in the feeders. And when I mean horizontal, I mean horizontal. I mean, they look like Superman flying out here. I mean, they were just awesome. What's going on, Big Gus Bus? Get back, partner. So I found one little thing here. Nothing major. Lid to the pig feed came off. Luckily, there wasn't that much water in there, and we wet their food anyway, so I just gave them the food that had gotten wet. We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out on it. But it looked like I got it all up. It didn't look like it was that bad. Thank goodness. That's the thing about these feed barrels with these type lids here. They just, and I went and double checked all of them yesterday, y'all. Every single one of them, and made sure that they were pushed down hard. But the wind catches it just right. They just pop off. I kind of like the blue barrels we got with it. Let me show you. I'll show you. It's better than me showing you than trying to explain it. Brooke despises these blue barrels. She likes these better. It doesn't bother me either way, but I'm gonna show you why she doesn't like these blue barrels, because see, it's got a ring around the whole thing, and you have to open it up, but it's still not quite big enough to come off. You gotta push this lever right here out and drop it down. What happens is some of them, that lever stays open, and you go to grab it and it shuts like that. So it's kind of like a mouse trap or a rat trap. You know, you hit that trigger and wow. And she says she thinks it's gonna cut her fingers off. But it's not. It's not. It probably would though. It probably would pinch them pretty daggone good. And then getting it back on is a little tricky because you gotta get it lined up just right in the groove and then lock it over. But this lid will not come off versus this style lid right here. It can and will come off. All right, y'all look good. Y'all look good. Good deal. Do any of you guys use these type of barrels to store feed in? Oh, we love them. They save a lot of time. But if you do, which one do you prefer? This style, the switchblade, or the push button, or the, whatever you want to call it. Switchblade or the pusheroo right here. Let me know. Let me know. It doesn't matter to me either way. It really don't. The blue one does not bother me, but you know, Brooke actually, she does. She despises the blue ones. Well, maybe she's got her finger caught in and ain't told me. I bet that's what's done happened. I bet that's what's happened. I don't know. I don't know. And, before, because I know I'm going to get asked, where you get them from? Where you get these from, Jason? Our first ones, these red ones right here, we found on Craigslist. This was pre-Facebook Marketplace. This was Craigslist find right here. And I guess Craigslist is still around. We don't look there much anymore because there's no pictures. And you can't conversate, it's not like, anyways. Craigslist, right here. This one came from the feed store. So that's where you get them from, or at least that's where we get them from. They used to be all over Craigslist. So I got a feeling they're probably all over Facebook Marketplace. Main thing is you want food grade barrels. You don't want nothing that, antifreeze has been in or, something like that. So this is one thing that I was really concerned about this morning is this chicken tractor. Good morning, ladies. Now this lid didn't come off, thankfully. I put their feed under here because I had a feeling that lid was gonna fly off. Well, let's see. Oh, it's good and dry. I did the same with their scratch and that lid fell off. I gotta find it. I see that one. And this is good and dry, thankfully. All right, girls, guys. What's going on, Big Cheese? But I was worried that this was gonna come off the jacks last night because it sways a pretty good bit. This is one main reason that we want the 4 wheels. It has came off the jacks one time a couple years ago when we had some strong winds, and the wind was hitting it from this way too. So my gut told me it was going to hit it was going to fall off the jacks. I really did, and I can't believe it didn't. Now, when it fell off the jacks the first time, it dropped down because it's like a seesaw. It's got just one wheel, so it goes either this way or this way. What I do now is I've got a big wire spool that I put underneath the tongue there. So if it does come off the jacks, the wire spool will catch it. So I am a little nervous about going in there and actually getting the eggs though. I'm not gonna lie. I just checked that front jack and it's tight. That one's tight. So the jacks are tight. Yeah, that's tight. Let's check this last one right here. Look out, ladies. Sorry, coming through. Coming through. All right. So it can't fall. It's got the wire spool under it there, so we'll just be careful. I'm not gonna throw down and, do a backspin or the worm or the moonwalk in there. We're gonna tippy-toe. Yeah, we're gonna be really careful in there. As a matter of fact, we're gonna get this out too, just in case. We're just gonna be safe, ladies, that's all. We're just gonna keep it slow. All right, we're gonna tiptoe up in here. I think we're okay, honestly. I mean, if those heavy winds didn't do nothing last night, I don't think me walking around here is gonna do much, but oh my gracious. I'm glad to get the big bowl out. I thought we weren't gonna have that many eggs this morning because of the weather. Boy, was I wrong. Jiminy crickets, girls. Hang on, lady, hang on. You gotta wait till I get the eggs. Well, y'all, I did have to, oh, girls, I had to get the big basket. Are y'all ready? 43. 43 eggs this morning. I just knew we weren't gonna have that many. Wind didn't blow our fence here a little bit. That's okay. Get that back in the ground. Get our tops here. Well, I must say, ladies, I am super proud of y'all and happy and appreciate y'all laying in amongst all that nasty weather. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Thank y'all. I know that's the type of employees Peaches wants right there now. I mean, come on. Severe thunderstorm warnings and wind warnings and tornado watches, and still put out 43 eggs. And that's something right there now. Cause she is like a seesaw. Seesaw. Speaking of seesaws, are seesaws still around? Are they still around? I haven't seen a seesaw in a good little minute. You think that I don't know, maybe kids get hurt on them. I don't know. Are they still the schools still have seesaws? I know some of y'all probably know. I got some teachers watching this. or Seesaw's still around. Because I can't believe the more tailbones wasn't broken, because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You either was the giver or the receiver, or probably both. You know, you're seesawing, and then all of a sudden, you know, your friend, your buddy, or it could be your enemy. I don't know. I don't know how many enemies you had back in 3rd grade. But, you know, you like this, and they get off, you know, they're on the bottom, and they get off up real quick. And then, Isaac Newton, you know, it's going Isaac Newton, and boom! I know. That's why I'm wondering if they still got seesaws. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Look, I need y'all to help me out on this, because I'm going to set these eggs in the buggy. And then you're probably going, Jason, why in the world are you setting the eggs in the buggy? That don't seem right. Well, Mama just sent me a text and said, hey, before you come back, if it's not too late, will you grab me some kale? And I was like, kale? Yeah, I'll get you some kale. And that could only mean one thing right there. That could only mean one thing. The boys, the pit crew, they had a kale over there, and they sure love that kale. Get these boys some kale this morning. I almost did it, but I heard y'all. I heard y'all yelling at me. Jason, don't forget them eggs. Don't forget them eggs. Y'all saved me that time. I appreciate that now. Whew. Thank goodness for the Cog squad, right, Holly? That's right. Man, I hope that sun comes out. It looked like it was trying to a minute ago, but she pumped the brakes on that one. Jiminy crickets. I'm gonna be regretting those words in about a month and a half. I'm gonna be saying I wish the clouds would come out when it's 212 degrees. Also, no wind. In the last video, I'm gonna shut this door. I asked you guys, what was your favorite tomato? And I just realized something. I never did really say what was mine. That's kind of a loaded question. So I like, right off the bat, sun golds or sun sugars. I mean, if I had to pick, those are cherry tomatoes. So I mean, category-wise, we're doing that, or, but if I just had to pick an eating tomato, if it was the only tomato I could eat, it would be one of those two. As for your slicing style tomato that you put on a tomato sandwich, there's just too many to pick. That'd be like asking me, what is my favorite rose? You know, I would say, you know, I do like the red snapper. I do like the Bella Rosa, and these are going to be my hybrids. And I do like the Halcinator, and I do like Better Boy and Big Boys. Right there. As for heirlooms, I like Mortgage Lifters, and I like Cherokee Purples. We just have a hard time growing heirlooms here in our area. Just our humidity is so rough here. We got that subtropical climate, and just a blight to get them almost every single time. Every now and then I'll plant one just for novelty's sake and, you know, get a few tomatoes off of it before it's, you know, wiped out. But typically, you know, unless you just absolutely baby the stew out of it and spray it and this and that, we struggle with heirlooms here in our area. But yeah, those are a few of my favorites, and I'm sure I'll think of about 12 more throughout the video. Check out this menagerie here. This could be breakfast, I think, right here.
Oh my.
Had 43 eggs this morning, so the severe weather didn't bother the girls any.
No.
And there's your kale.
It bothered the emus though.
Uh-oh.
The babies.
What's wrong?
They want to go outside so bad, and that weather brought in cooler air.
It is. It's pretty cool. It is really cool. You think we just let them run around a little bit? Get some energy out?
Maybe.
Let them stretch them legs.
You know, we just got to watch them, because the other day I turned my back for 1
I know.
second And I never, ever, ever would have imagined they could fit through that fence,
Yeah.
and both of them did.
Just choo 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 choo.
Yeah.
They're
So,
gone.
Yeah, that's an option.
Everything in the barn okay though, I presume.
Everything's good.
I never got a tick, so I'm sure you had it handled.
Yeah, they're just a little angry at me. You can
Okay.
peek through the door. You probably don't want to go in. It's really nasty in there. I'm working on getting their
Yeah.
replacement carpet back
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
It's outside, still a little bit damp from the rain.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. Maybe we should just let them out for a minute.
Let's let them stretch some legs.
Okay.
I got the old battery charged up in the bus. Cause right now we're still on for this weekend to get the motor in there and see if this baby's gonna purr. Maybe it purr better than this one. Well, this one was purring pretty good. It just, you know, parts ain't come into this one though. We're gonna get her fixed too, Big Joe. We're gonna get Big Joe fixed too. So.
We got a slight problem, Dyson.
Uh-oh, what's that?
So, in your last video,
Yeah,
we moved these 2 bales of hay.
right.
These 2 bales of hay were preventing the boys from going that way.
They were.
You think you can get Holly, Bandit, and Rocky to line up right here and block
You're right. You're right, aren't you? Let's see here. Maybe I can make us a little something.
it? We got these panels here. We could line them up.
Yeah, we could do that too.
That's extra parts to their playpen. I think we're just going to have to go for it. I mean, the door will open to
Right there.
block part of it.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this. Let's turn it this way.
And
And let's turn this. You don't need any more.
you don't think?
Because we turn this hay bale this way.
All right, that'll work.
And then we open
Oh,
the
yeah.
door, and the door blocks
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah, we lost
Holly's
the
like,
sign
"Wait a
last
minute."
night some kind of way.
Wait a minute, Holly said.
Right up there. There we go.
I got their music playing.
I hear it. They like
Are
that
y'all
jazz.
dancing in here?
They like that smooth jazz.
They've been asking for something a little faster for a few days now. All right, boys. Let's see how this training's going.
They want some outlaw country now.
Where's the kale, Daddy? Come on.
Oh, where's the
All
kale?
right, look at here.
Come on,
Nope,
fellas.
There's nothing on the floor.
Come on, fellas.
There's nothing on the floor. No.
Y'all keep
let's
going.
Go this way, babies. Come on.
Y'all keep going.
Come on. I think you got a permanent stain from red mud on your back.
Just keep
Uh-oh.
moving. Come on, little man. There you go.
Are there...
Come on.
Ernest T's found some
Come on,
rocks.
Ernest. Come on, buddy. Turn. Look,
Hey.
look, 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 look. There you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
There you go.
Oh my gracious, it's on now.
Y'all shake a leg. Get
Come
out
on,
some
little
energy.
ones.
Get out some of that energy.
Woo!
Oh, me. Let it out, y'all.
No worries. We got this, Daddy.
Let it all out.
Daddy, you told us to stretch our legs.
Stretch them. We want all that energy out.
Y'all just don't head on collide with each other.
Yeah, y'all don't have a crash. No crashes.
I think they finally realized the boundaries of the fence.
Yeah.
Fence.
Boogity, 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 boogity. That was a pretty bird.
It was, wasn't it? He's
Is that
right
a-
there.
Is that a meadowlark?
Jason, I sure am glad you suggested this.
Yeah, we're gonna get that out.
They're not gonna be out here long enough to get chilled.
We're gonna let that out right there.
Yeah, Daddy suggested it.
Hopefully they'll start slowing down in a few minutes.
Well, Ernest T's panting a little bit. So
Is he? Yeah.
He's definitely working up his energy. Working off his energy.
Yeah, they done stopped already. All right, so these little fellas just put themselves up.
In a crack,
Yeah, I know it.
6 inches wide. Hey, if we can get them to go right,
I know it. This'll be great right here.
you are the trainer, Holly. Come on. Come on, Holly. Come on. Oh my gosh.
Go, 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 go.
Holly, you
Go,
might
go,
have
go,
to
go,
go
go.
out and start over.
Come on, fellas. Y'all go on up. Come on.
Come on, babies.
Go, go, go. Go, go,
Come
go.
on.
There you go.
All right. Look
There
at
you
here.
go.
Got y'all some kale.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness, Holly, you're the
Holly's
You're
the greatest.
You get a raise, girl. Ask Peaches.
Good job, Holly. And y'all look. They're definitely a lot better after that run into Brook.
They're chill. I'm so thankful that you suggested it.
Because they were about to tear this gate up. All right, so just got the email. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Are you want to show everybody? You want to tell everybody? Hey, come on. Oh, my goodness. Tell everybody, hey, Lolo. Yeah. Tell everybody, hey, buddy. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it. We get a gazillion emails a day. And this came in about an hour and a half ago. Hang on. That's why I always tell you guys, we try our best to respond to emails when we can. You know, we just to the best of our ability because we get so many of them. All right, here it is. Right here. All right, here we go. Okay, so he said, I went back and double checked the drainage area and the soil type, see attachment. He put attachments of everything. And he said, I pulled the engineering properties and pond embankment suitability as well, see attachment. And these attachments is like our land and all these graphs and charts and engineering stuff. You know what I mean. Not Farmer Jason. This is engineering. Anyways, he goes on to say, dogs. The properties show a sandy loam, gravelly loam, fine sand, gravelly loam, and a very gravelly loam, sand, etc., soil type. And I love the etc. Pond embankment suitability is considered very limited in the pond reservoir area due to seepage, which is rated at, ready? Our soil here, pond soil, is rated at 1.0, which is the worst rating. He goes on to say, I measure the pond surface area, and according to the size of the pond we have, and the estimated drainage area that I configured, which is basically 6 acres, and I think that's what the other gentleman said, the drainage ratio, so this is the runoff going to the pond, is 15.1. Typically for this type of soil, a drainage area from 15.1 to 20.1 is reasonable. This means for every acre of water, there is 15 to 20 acres of drainage coming into the pond. So, I mean, the first bit, we got good news, we got bad news, got good news. All right, as for bentonite, now bentonite is a type of clay that once it hits water, it swells up. I'm attaching the 520 conservation practicing standard for pond sealing or lining and compacted soil treatment. I'm also attaching the job sheet. The conservation practice standard provides recommended rates, etc., etc. I must be engineering talk right there. He said, note, if you use bentonite, it must be, and this must be extremely important because I know nothing about this. He put this word sodium in all caps, but not only in all caps, he went through and made it bold too. So he went out of the way to make sure we knew to use sodium bentonite and not calcium bentonite. All right, so the landowner should know that using sodium bentonite might be expensive. We haven't priced it. We don't know how much we need, so I don't know how much that means. But another option of sealing will be using a synthetic liner. This will be guaranteed, but extremely expensive. Makes sense. Also, if you put a liner in there, you can't fish and no livestock because they'll punch a hole in it. And I don't know if that means geese or not, but I don't know. Or ducks. Or emus for that matter. They also sent me a link to pond liners. That's good. Also, this is the really good news right here. This is one I like. Is that it has been my experience that finding a good clay borrow source on the property or hauling it in to line the pond and slopes is normally a great alternative. So, and that's it. That's the end of the conversation. He's got his name on here and all that kind of good stuff. But we went through all that, about this, that, and yes and no, and bit and light, and then the conclusion at the very end. He says a good thing to do is maybe just pack it all with clay, which would be way cheaper, I'm thinking, than bentonite. Definitely way cheaper than pond liner. And Mr. Greg, who, did all of it over there, made the core and the pond dam out of this crazy clay he has on his property. So, I'm going to send all this information to Mr. Greg, and he'll read it over. And so that might be what we're going to lean towards doing. We're going to probably, see our options. But if it's going to be way more economical to bring just this regular old, I call it prairie clay or whatever kind of clay you want to call it, in to line it all up and pack it in and then shoot the water to it, my gut feels good about it. I don't know. It just does. I don't know. I feel optimistic, put it that way. My glass is half full. Or how about this? My pond is half full. It's not half empty. You know what I mean? I mean, isn't that what you guys think? I mean, why would he even put the little part at the end about lining it with clay if he didn't think there was a chance that would even work? I think it's good news. I really do. I do. Honestly, he has no reason whatsoever. He don't know me from Adam's house cat. That he wouldn't just straight up give me the bad news that this pond is just not going to work. He could just say, hey, look, no matter what you do, it's just not going to work. So I don't know what you guys think. I mean, let me know in the comments below. I'm feeling optimistic. Well, y'all look. That's the Nectar Ninjas. Actually, it's just Mr. Roy today over there. Going to check our highs and probably do some splits today, he said. We'll go over there and probably help him out today. But in the meantime, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hope y'all have the best day ever today. And as always, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all be good. We'll catch y'all on the next one, and maybe go see if Roy needs some help.